All right, Gemini. So here is your removing blinders spread. This doesn't have a time intention. Really, timelines are different for everyone. Everyone's on a different timeline, so this could resonate at a different time for everyone. So, removing blinders. This is what I'm seeing today. If you find the message resonates, please feel free to like the video or comment below. Also, if you would like future messages, you can feel free to subscribe to the channel. Everyone is always welcome here. I offer monthly, weekly, and weekend guidance messages on a consistent basis. Also, these messages are general, so they're not going to resonate with everyone every time. You can also check your other signs within your birth chart, moon, rising, ascending. There are several different sign placements. Those are the strongest or that have the biggest pull. If you do find the message resonates and you give the message a thumbs up, it does help the message get out there to the collective, and it also helps the growth of the community, so it is very much appreciated. Thank you for that. So let's get started. Obviously, there's some type of conflict going on within your life. That's why you're here. That's why you're trying to figure out how can we get to the bottom of this conflict. But it just so happened that the Five of Wands or the Five of Staffs in this deck was the overall energy to this spread. I do want to mention that the Justice card is below the Five of Staffs, so I feel like by following this guidance, there will be balance brought back to your life. And the situation will work itself out for the highest good. So, what are you not seeing, Gemini? Okay, we have the Five of Cups here. And the Five of Cups symbolizes feeling like you've lost something. Feeling like you haven't quite made your mark. You were trying to accomplish something. I feel like this is in relationships. Maybe you really wanted a partnership or a relationship to happen, and they chose someone else. And I feel like this has you kind of focused on past energy and not really moving forward into the future. Also, one thing I want to point out is 5-5. Okay, 2 5s. Okay, 5 does symbolize conflict. It can also symbolize unchange, uncertainty, inconsistency. Okay, but I do get the sense that this conflict is kind of within you, Gemini. I feel like you have had a hard time moving forward from this past relationship because you really wanted to make this work for whatever reason. Maybe you guys have children together and you're doing it for the kids. Maybe you do love this person and you feel this deep emotional connection and you don't understand why you guys aren't together or why they don't feel the same about you. Okay? The next card symbolizes what impact is this having on your life. Okay? And we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is beautiful in this position because it symbolizes bringing you closer to your soul's purpose. Okay? There's a definite lesson that you needed to learn within this situation, Gemini, that's what has you in this place of not being able to let go, because There's a lesson that you're not learning here. Okay? I feel like this lesson has a lot to do with self-worth, self-confidence, putting yourself first, putting your own needs first, setting boundaries and sticking to them. Okay? Because what I get the sense of, Gemini, is this relationship, this past relationship, was very toxic for you anyway. I feel like if you really sat down and thought about it and weighed the pros and cons, at one point this probably was a very beautiful relationship. But over time, it kind of fell into this toxic behavior pattern. Okay? And I feel like there probably was a lot of back and forth within the situation. Do I stay or do I go? The next card is, why am I not able to see this? And this is why I feel like this is this indecisive energy, juggling kind of. This card symbolizes juggling. But in this particular sense, I'm feeling the energy of should I stay or go? So juggling a decision. I do get the sense that the reason why you were juggling, Gemini, if it makes a difference or not, is because the way this person acted towards you. Okay? I feel like they were gaining benefits from this relationship, and that's why they carried on as long as they did. And as long as you came back into their life wanting to take them back because of your self-confidence and self-worth, they were open to the fact of the matter. Okay? There is a big sense, and I know this is going to be hard to hear because Geminis are very confident outward to in appearance. But in this sense, Gemini, for you, for this particular energy that I'm feeling, even though you portray that to the world, I feel like deep down inside, you do have this inner child in you that needs a little love. Okay? It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of it's a thing. It's a thing that probably should be addressed at some point, but understand that this is deeply rooted, okay? From childhood, adolescence, some of your first relationships growing up. The next card out is how to remove the blinders. Make a decision. Make a decision and stick with it. I'm also getting a big sense of needing to set boundaries, okay? But in order to set these boundaries for yourself, Gemini, you're going to have to get clear on the boundaries that you'll accept, the things that you will accept that are okay with you, that make you feel okay, and the things that you won't accept, and the things that make you feel uncomfortable. This is going to be a process. It's not going to happen overnight because there's going to be scenarios you're going to think, okay, I got this. I got my boundaries set. I know what they are. And then you're put in a situation that you didn't think about, and it arises this defense mechanism in you that you were completely unaware of. So it's going to be a process, but it's going to be a process that's worth it. Within this situation, though, Gemini, within this relationship, you have to make a decision and stick with it. If you're going to be with this person, then you need to show that you're going to be with this person full-fledged, all in it to win it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you find that this person's negative attributes outweigh their positive attributes and that what you've gone through with this person isn't worth it, It's time to decide to move forward. What benefits come from this? 3 of Staffs, 9 of Cups. I pulled those 2 cards because they both fell out at the same time. So I just take it, right? I do get the sense that the benefit you're going to receive from making a decision and sticking to it, getting clear on your boundaries, is you're going to be moving forward, okay? And you want to know what I see as well. If you look at this 2 of Cups, the indecisive energy, it has this little boat right here. Look at the 5 of Staffs. Has the same boat sailing off into the sunset. Oops, sorry. Making a decision and sticking with it is going to bring in a clear path. Wish fulfillment. Dreams coming true. It may also bring this person back into your life because the 9 of Cups symbolize a wish being granted. But honestly, I feel like once you weigh these pros and cons and you do this clearing of energy and you get clear on boundaries and what it is that you want in your life and why, if you watch my other videos, that's my thing is kind of the healing process, the grieving process. I want to help people through this ascension process and try to take them to the next level, only because I'm speaking from experience. I once was at a place where I didn't know what I wanted and I was very indecisive about my decisions. I understand, and I pulled myself through that, and the steps that I took were exactly what I promote in my videos. Okay, I know it works. I'm a living testament of this. Okay, getting clear on what it is that you want and taking it one step further and asking why do you want this, getting clear on your boundaries, setting the boundaries, making a decision. It makes life so much easier. And don't get me wrong, you're still going to go through these hard times, these tough decisions. It's life. It's adulting. But one thing I will say that it definitely makes the decision-making process easier when you're clear on the direction that you want to go and the path that you want to take. It makes it easier to, okay, this energy isn't lining up with where I want to go. So moving forward, moving on. I'm going to pull a couple Psychic Tarot to end the message, Gemini. Moving on. I still have the promotion on my website. You can check that out. It's down in the link below, naturalhealingtarot.com. I do get the sense that passion ignited. You're going to figure out what you truly want in life, what it is that sparks your little heart's desire, Gemini. And once you get that aha moment, it's going to set a flame to your whole life. Okay? It's going to set this mother effer on fire. So, passion ignited. You're coming to a sense of knowing, okay? Deep knowing. Knowing what exactly it is that you want. I feel like you are learning these lessons, and as I said, this is bringing you closer to your soul's purpose. You're getting back to self, okay? You're going inward, you're focusing on yourself, you're focusing on the healing process. You are trying to figure out what it is that you truly want. Okay? Now, with patience and planning coming out, this card is exactly what I was talking about. Exactly what I've been promoting this whole video. Good things come to those who wait. Understand that patience is a virtue. Okay? You definitely are going to need patience with the process. There may be days where you still feel sad or like, why am I feeling this way? Why is this person coming back up? And that's okay. Okay? When those feelings arise, feel them. If you feel like crying, cry, whatever you need to do. Get that emotion out. Crying is kind of like a cleansing for the soul. Okay? So it's okay to cry. If you feel like crying, go in the shower if you don't want anyone to see you. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's what I do. And then after you process this emotion, ask why. What triggered this? Was it a song? Was it something somebody said? Was it a scent in the room that triggered your brain? You're going to be able to find something that triggered your brain to do that. And then it's going to sound odd, but once you find the trigger, I want you to trigger yourself again. I want you to trigger yourself so much that your brain is so insensitive to this scent or this word or this song that it doesn't even matter anymore. Okay? Get it out. Get the feeling out. And the only way to get it out is to process it. Go through that emotion. Go through it and go through it so much that it's like when your younger sibling listened to that same song over and over and over. And at first it was kind of catchy and you were like, yeah, this is kind of cool. I could listen to it. But after like the 5th time, you're like, all right, it's time to turn that off. Right? It's the same thing with these emotions and processing. So have patience with this process. And when you are triggered, trigger yourself again. Trigger until you're insensitive to this emotion, to this trigger, right? Take this time that you're waiting, that you're processing these emotions, and when you're in those happy, energetic times, plan. Plan for a successful future. Don't rush it. What is it that you like? What is it that you want? If money wasn't a factor, Gemini, what would you want to do with your life? And ask why. Why would you want to do this? Getting clear on your why is almost as important as knowing what it is, because that's your driving force. Okay? Have patience with this grieving process. Have patience with yourself. Plan it out. Be meticulous in the details. Okay? You're going through a grieving process of removing blinders already. What's going to help you is setting boundaries, making a decision, and sticking with it. So that is the message I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And I look forward to seeing your beautiful souls again soon. Namaste.